This is section 7.5, practice A. We're going to find the tangent of A and the tangent of B. And we're going to write each answer as a fraction and as a decimal rounded to 4 places. That you don't have to do so much. I'm more concerned with the fraction. We'll write the decimals out too, though. So here's number 1. If you want the tangent of an acute angle, like A, tangent is defined as the opposite leg over the adjacent leg. You are not using the hypotenuse when you use tangent. So for all of these, you're not using the hypotenuse. Those numbers should not be involved. Tangent of A is 3 over 4. It's opposite over adjacent. Now you also need to take the tangent of angle B. Tangent is still opposite over adjacent, but when you switch acute angles, your opposite and adjacent switch. So tangent of angle B is 4/3. Okay, and I'm going to point out, just like we did in the lesson, when you take the tangent of an acute angle, you get a fraction. When you take the tangent of the other acute angle, you get the reciprocal of it. Okay, now if you're rounding these, obviously 3/4 is 0.75, and they want 4 decimal places, so I guess just put 2 zeros there. 4/3 is 1.3 forever. So you'd write something like this. Now, when the time comes for us to solve for something here, you don't need these decimals. We're going to work with the fractions. That's how you do all of these problems in this first section. Very, very simple. Use your legs, not your hypotenuse. The next section, we're going to find the value of x to the nearest tenth. So notice how x is now a leg length. So if you want this leg and you have that leg, that's what tells you that you're using tangent. Because eventually the time's going to come where we're not going to use tangent, we're going to use a different trig function. Now, I just noticed now that this angle's 60. We spent a whole section on 30, 60, 90s, 45, 45, 90s. This is a special right triangle. I know right now how long this leg is because I did well in that last section. It's 5 square roots of 3. This long leg divided by the square root of 3 gives you the short leg. So this divided by the square root of 3 is 5 square roots of 3. Okay, now I'm going to work it out with tangent just so you can see it's the same thing. Tangent of your acute angle equals the opposite over the adjacent. When your variable is on the bottom, you're going to divide. You're going to take 15 divided by tangent 60. Also, make sure you're in degree mode. See this mode button right here? If I hit this mode button, see how it says degree? That's really important too. Otherwise, you're going to get some different answers. 8.66. Now they say round to the nearest tenth. I always like to do nearest hundredth. 8.66. Now what is 5 square roots of 3? It better be this same exact number. Yeah, I just typed in 8.66. Why did I do that? I don't know. There you go. It's the same number. So obviously if it's a 30, 60, 90, you can still use the skills that you know. Notice how I got that answer in about half a second. This took a little bit longer, but it's a new process, so notice how this process does match that one. Let's skip over and do number 9 because number 8 is just like number 7. Number 9, we're going to use tangent because we have this leg and we want this leg. So tangent of our acute angle equals a fraction. And the fraction is opposite over adjacent. So it'll be x over 20 in this case. See how the variable's in a different spot? The variable's up top this time. When the variable's down below, you divide. When the variable's up top, you multiply. So x is 20 times tangent 40. And I don't have any little slick tricks to get my answer really fast over here because this isn't a 30-60-90 or 45-45-90. The only way I can find this angle measure is to use tangent. 20 times tangent of 40. I'm going to round to 2 decimal places. I'm going to call it 16.78. I'll do one more. Well, this one's really easy, so I'm not going to do that one. Maybe I'll sneak over and do this one. I have an acute angle. I want this leg. I have this leg. That's why you use tangent. Tangent of 58 equals the opposite over the adjacent. When the variable's on the bottom, you divide. This 33 stays put, just divide it by that number. I know it looks weird, but tangent of 58 is just a number. Okay, now, I didn't talk about this on the other ones, and I kind of probably should have. If you watch the other videos, you're aware of this. If this angle's bigger than 45, which it is, then this is the longer leg. That means that's the shorter leg. So this better be less than 33. 33 divided by tangent 58. 20.62.